Hey Aries, welcome to your weekly forecast for July 11th through the 17th. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this video after the time frame I mentioned, and that's just fine. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, whenever the messages are meant for you. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the Aries collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does and leave what doesn't, my dears. Let's see what's coming up here for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more shuffle. All right, your cards are getting stuck. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're not shuffling smoothly. So Aries, there's something you're conflicted about right now. There's something like you have two minds about something. On one hand, it's this. On one hand, it's that. So you may be feeling indecisive about something coming into the week ahead, or you're feeling some kind of internal conflict or struggle. But we'll see what the cards have to say as we go deeper into the reading. That's just something that I noticed here as I was shuffling. I feel some of you are conflicted or indecisive about a situation. First card coming up here for Aries is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is successful self-employment, successful endeavors, financial independence. You guys have had an ongoing theme for a while where like you've been wanting to break away or separate your finances from a partnership or situation. And so the Nine of Pentacles is like a continuation of that and what's been coming up for you all in the past couple of weeks. But the Nine of Pentacles can also be successful self-employment. And so some of you may be having positive changes or positive developments coming up around a project or investment or business that you're putting energy or time into. But I also feel here with this Nine of Pentacles, I feel investments as it relates to passive income. So I feel some of you are generating or beginning to develop passive income, or maybe in the very early stages of that. Nine of Pentacles can also come up when somebody is being noticed from afar. So Aries, this could be you. There could be people who are noticing you from afar, who see you as somebody who's impressive. It could be in terms of business and career. It can be in terms of friendship. It can be in terms of romance. It can be in any area of your life. But you may have caught somebody's eye, and somebody might be kind of watching you from afar and figuring out, how to approach you. Are you really what you seem to be, or are you too good to be true? Are you wearing some kind of a mask? Who are you when you think nobody's looking? Maybe, Aries, some of you are looking at somebody in this way. Maybe somebody has caught your eye and you're wanting to collaborate with this person or offer them some kind of opportunity. Maybe you want to date them and you're just like, hold on now. Are you what you seem to be? Are you for real, or are you wearing some kind of a mask? So there could be some kind of observation happening here. But the funny thing to me about it is I feel as though this person, you might not be, if you're watching this, like if you're the one watching this person, they might not know yet. But once you approach them and you're like, oh hey, I want to collaborate with you, or I want to offer you a job, or I want to date you, or hey, let's go grab coffee, or let's go hang out, or whatever it might be. Once you take the steps towards this person, I feel like then this person's going to go into Nine of Pentacle modes with you. They're like, can I trust this person? Are they who they seem to be? Are they wearing a mask? Who are they when they think nobody's looking? And now, so things might not move ahead so quickly because this is someone who might be just as cautious as you are. And now they're just trying to size you up and they're trying to figure you out. So I do feel whatever this Nine of Pentacles is in terms of wanting to connect with this person, it will be favorable and it'll go well, but I feel like it's going to have a slow start because, like I said, you're trying to figure them out, and once you've decided, okay, all right, I've seen enough, this person checks out, they're going to need time to make sure that you check out. The next card that's coming up here for Aries is you. Welcome to the party. Is Queen of Wands. And so this is that beautiful fire sign energy. This applies to you whether you are male or female. The Queen of Wands here is going to be very creative, the life of the party, very independent, very ambitious. This is someone who's very business savvy, is really great at thinking outside of the box. So these may be characteristics, Aries, that you are stepping into, or you may be attracting or calling in this kind of person on certain endeavors or goals or ambitions that you have. Now, the Queen, we are coming into a full moon this week, and so the full moon is a powerful time for release. And even if you don't know how to do like a full moon circle, or you don't know how to do a meditation or a release, around the full moon, we will just very naturally release, right? It'll just happen very naturally. Sometimes for me in my readings, the Queen of Wands comes up when we have a lot of anger we've been pushing down, and that anger is coming to the surface. And that anger is coming to the surface in a big way. Now, Aries, you may be really tempted to push down this anger. And you may say to yourself, can't let this up, can't let this out. I don't want to be negative. This is negative. It's not good for my blood pressure. I can't let myself get worked up. Well, you know what is also not good for your blood pressure? Repressing stuff. Repressing stuff isn't good for your blood pressure either. And it's not good for your manifesting to repress things. And so sometimes the Queen of Wands comes up for me to say that this anger is coming to the surface and you just need to embrace it and find productive ways to put it to use. To use it as fuel for the fire and propelling you forward, motivating you towards the changes you're wanting to make, coming into a healthy sense of entitlement, realizing what you deserve, realizing how much you bring to the table, not giving people discounts anymore, and just being in this energy of I know what I deserve and I'm not settling for less. And so really allowing yourself to embrace this anger. Anger is not negative. Anger is not toxic. It comes down to what you do with the anger, right? It's like fire. You can use fire to disinfect materials or metals. You can use fire to melt down and purify metals, to transmute, to make gold, to make tools, to cook your food, to keep you warm. You can use fire for so many ways of building up, but you could also use fire to cause destruction. It all comes down to how you use it. Your anger is the same way. Anger in itself is not negative or toxic. It's how we put that anger to use. And so a lot of you Aries are going to have this surplus of anger coming to the surface in the week ahead. And this can be a beautiful, powerful tool for you to put to use in creating in your life and propelling yourself forward. So don't be quick to dismiss it or to try to push it down. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Hanged Man. And this is a card a lot of people don't like to see because they feel like it's like this card of like inaction, like it's a boring card, like nothing is happening, or you're coming into a lull, or things are gonna be stuck. And that's not really what the Hanged Man is about. Keep in mind here, it's a major arcana card. And I've said this in the past in previous videos, the major arcana cards are going to come up anytime we're coming into a significant new chapter in our life. We're coming into a significant crossroads or defining moment. So even though I'm setting the intention here for 7 days, the major arcana cards tell us that whatever's happening for you in the next 7 days is setting a series of events in motion to like a new time in your life or significant changes. So it's energy that's going to be around for a while. The Hanged Man is about seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from a different angle. And a lot of the times the Hanged Man comes up for me in my readings when you've been really focusing on specific goals, or you've really been focusing on manifesting or creating specific things in your life, and you're kind of mistaken, okay? And that the thing that you're trying to manifest, you think it's gonna bring you a certain level of joy, or you feel like it's gonna change your life in a certain kind of way, and your angels and guides happen to know that that's not the case. That once you manifest this thing, you're not gonna get what you thought you were gonna get out of it, and that could be very disappointing. And so sometimes the Hangman comes up because your angels and guides are putting you on a little bit of like this cosmic timeout. Not as a punishment, not because you've been naughty, but your angels and guides are trying to help you to realize these things that you're putting your time and your energy into, these things that you're trying to manifest, they're not going to bring you what you think they're going to bring you. And so this is a time to kind of double check the order that you're putting in with the universe. What do I think this is going to bring me? What are some other ways I might be able to call this into my life, or to feel the things I think this is going to make me feel? Sometimes the Hangman comes up for me in my readings also when you might be manifesting things on autopilot, right? Like you've just been so used to putting it out there to the universe for so long, you're just putting it out there on autopilot, but you've outgrown it. You don't even want it anymore. It's like as if you really, really wanted something for Christmas when you were 5 years old and you didn't get it, and you just kept putting it on the Christmas wish list for the next year and the next year and the next year, and you just forget that you keep asking for the same thing. Meanwhile, here you're 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75. Sure, that thing from when you were 5 might have some nostalgia, but if you were to receive it today, it's not going to mean what it would have meant for you when you were 5. And so there might be something here that you're manifesting on autopilot, something you're asking for or putting out to the universe just out of habit. And your angels and guides are like, okay, come on now, you're about to manifest. Maybe we need to clear the queue here. Look at what you have in your queue. Double check, is this really what you want, right? So this is a good time in the coming week for some self-reflection for you Aries, and to really kind of get clear about what you want, what you think it's going to make you feel, how might be other ways you might be able to manifest these changes or these feelings, and maybe kind of see that you're not overly attached to like a certain path to the outcome versus manifesting the outcome, and not being obsessive about how you're going to get the outcome. I hope you understand what I mean by that, but pray about that, meditate on that, and maybe kind of check in with yourself and double check with what is in your mind, what is in your heart, what you're emitting, and what you're putting out there to the universe. Now the next card coming up here for our lovely Aries friends is yet another major arcana card. So now we have major arcana cards coming in back to back. When I have major arcana cards coming in back to back, it tells me we're coming into a time where there's going to be big changes in a short period of time. So even though the Hanged Man comes with a sense of like a little bit of a lull, once this energy is cleared, you can expect for things to happen quickly or to move forward quickly. And the Temperance is a card that has Sagittarius associations. So if you have Sagittarius placements, there can be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius that's going to be very significant for you moving forward. But astrology aside here, The energy of the Temperance card is about timing. Timing, life path, God moving and working through you, universe working and moving through you. So some of you Aries may be manifesting at this time a way to be of service. Okay? And maybe some of you Aries feel like you have devoted yourself to certain pursuits up until now, that you're looking at it like, you know what, those pursuits or those accomplishments are kind of superficial, or they kind of, like, to me and the bigger scheme of things, they don't matter to me anymore. Or I wish I would have put my time and my energy, into other endeavors. I wish that I would have not, spent so much time climbing the corporate ladder, or engaging in, like, things that I'm seeing to be, in my opinion now, insignificant or shallow endeavors. So some of you may be blessed with certain assets, or property, or skills, or something that you're going to be able to put to use or to offer up in a charitable way, towards some kind of greater good, or a cause that is near and dear to your heart, right? Like, maybe you're like, man, I really wish I would have spent more time in my life doing more for the homeless, or I really wish I would have gone and worked for Habitat for Humanity, and I wish I would have spent time volunteering doing that. Well, maybe you are in a place now where you can't just pick up and go and do that, but maybe you have certain resources. Maybe you're able to donate. Maybe you're able to host. Maybe you're able to give in some kind of way. And so I feel some of you are taking what you have created for yourself and finding a way to put it to use for a cause that is near and dear to your heart, or something that is very important for you. I also feel that some of you are getting really, really, really involved in the preservation of traditions, cultures, or a way of life. So maybe you're taking assets, or skills, or gifts that you have, and helping organizations that are preserving historical sites, or historical places, or keeping materials, how can I say this, like fixed up, mended, preserved, preservation of books, preservation of film. Some of you may be putting skills to use in this way, or assets, donating assets to go towards the preserving of stories, history, tradition, a way of life. That's a very specific thing. I can't recall ever having received that message before, so that's for somebody out there. But there might be something here in terms of like wanting to keep traditions alive, and maybe this is a way in which you're feeling connected to your ancestors, and connected to the spirit world, and to something bigger than yourself, outside of yourself. But in some way, Aries, in different ways, some of you may be feeling called to help, like called to put yourself to work towards something that is near and dear to your heart, or a cause that is moving to you, or that you feel is important, and you're wanting to be of service, and you will be of service in different ways. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You may want to check out the love and romance readings for July. Those are linked in the description of the video. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. And for those of you who don't know, every single day I do a daily message on the channel. A lot of people have been asking me to do that because they like to start off their day with a daily message. So if you would like to do that, if you would like a daily message, be sure to check out the daily messages on the channel. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead and hope to see you all in the daily messages. Take care and be well, my dears.